The Sixers cannot get over the hump. The Sixers cannot figure out a way to beat Boston. And then after the game, to have Joel Embiid blame the refs, say that the refs bleeping sucked, and then admitted that it was not Al Horford's defense that limited him. Instead, it was because he was sleepwalking for the first three quarters. Joel Embiid is an incredibly likable fellow. And it's hip and it's cool to love up on Joel Embiid because he's got a great personality. He's legitimately funny. He's excellent at what he does. And he's trying to drag a Sixers franchise into a spot where it has not been since Allen Iverson was there, the NBA Finals. And yet, here's Joel Embiid, the best player on the floor last night, blaming the refs and himself for sleepwalking for three quarters. Whose fault is that? In the immortal words of Mraz, whose fault is that? You've got a chance with the Celtics minus Kyrie. You guys have momentum after trading for Tobias Harris. You are at home, and you have already lost your first two games of the season to the Celtics. You should not be sleepwalking through the first three quarters. You should be imposing your will and putting a lead up there on the scoreboard to send a message before the All-Star break that we're a different team. The Celtics own the Sixers. Own them. And the Celtics might lose to everybody else in the Eastern Conference playoffs. But if they reach the playoffs and face off against the Sixers, they're going to beat them. Because the Sixers have no answer and are in their head. And shame on Joel Embiid, who, again, is a likable guy and everybody loves up on him, and understandably so. But he should deserve to get crucified today because he says he was sleepwalking through the first three quarters of a crucial game against your rival. Whose fault is that?
Whose fault is that?
Whose fault is that?